Hey guys, this is Mike Tarala with Qlik, and this is part 2 of the Qlik Associative Big Data Index video. In this particular video, I'm going to give you a live demonstration of the 3 particular scenarios I presented in the first video. For this demonstration, I'm going to start out by using live mode. So technically, this is a live application getting its data directly from the source. In this scenario, we have over 2.5 billion rows of travel data, which has been indexed using the Qlik Associative Big Data Index in our Amazon environment. And the data is in Parquet file format within an Amazon EFS bucket. So let's take a quick look at the supported script. And I'm going to do that by going to the Data tab. And you can see the connection statement to the underlying source, along with nothing more than a simple import live statement. If I reload the application, we are purely reloading the metadata. And now we've ingested the metadata with over 2 billion rows of data. Okay, so let's close this and let's look into the analysis. On this tab, we can see a consolidation of all of that data stored within the Qlik Associative Big Data Index in the Amazon instance, over 1.8 billion rows of bike data, taxi and hired vehicle data, with also over 800 million flights. So let's do some further analysis by going to the next tab. And we could break this down by taxi information. As I am clicking, every click I make, every sheet selection is generating what is known as Qlik selection language to the index. It is called QSL, not to be confused with SQL. QSL is a high-speed selection state language and is one of the patents we developed as part of this product offering. QSL performs data extraction through the index rather than emitting SQL directly against the lake, so it offers unmatched performance and agility. So let's do some analysis on the flight data. And this is where we can start generating more live selections. If I pick a particular year for the flight in the list box, in this case I'm interested in 2018, this selection is now passing live QSL to the index and rendering the results back. As for, let's say, destinations, I'm interested in Florida, which is MCO is the code for the Orlando airport. So we have exact match search. And now I'll pick a fare class, and in this case, first class. And we'll take a look at the index live, and you can see the QSL being passed, and then the result being passed back into the application itself. So now, please take note, along with the data I've already selected from the Qlik Associative Big Data Index, I can further analyze these results in more detail by using on-demand app generation, as you see represented here in the lower left corner. On-demand app generation is an earlier QlikSense Enterprise feature that allows you to pick, choose, and load subsets of big data sources to prepare them for detailed analysis within another dynamically generated app, basically allowing you to generate your own in-memory slice. So in this particular instance here, we are now passing QSL live to the index to populate and create the application for analysis, simply by clicking Generate New App. Now this newly generated app contains all the details of my selected slice. I could then use all of the traditional in-memory search, selection, and associative capabilities that I know and love within QlikSense. Now for the final use case, I could also generate my own governed slice using the Qlik Associative Big Data Index connector. Think of this as nothing more than an additional data source for QlikSense environments that need access to big data sources in a traditional manner, but at the same time allowing me to use all of the charts, aggregation types, and other capabilities that are available from our in-memory associative engine. Now the connector is available in the script editor, and on the right-hand side we can see all of my connections. If I create a new connection, we can see the Qlik Associative Big Data Index connector is available in the list. Once in the configuration screen, we can input the host of the load balancer in Amazon, port number, and the data model. For this instance, I'll use a predefined connector, and let's pull some information in from this source. So immediately, when connected to the Qlik Associative Big Data Index using the connector, you will experience the associative difference. So if I choose flights, for example, you can see the count of the flight data. And if I choose taxi bike trips, you can see the count of the taxi data as well. But let's say I'm interested in certain elements of that taxi data. Now, because we've already done the associations in the index, I have immediate access to the selection experience. So here I'll select yellow cabs for the source. And let's say I'm interested in certain payment types. In this case, let's choose disputed payment types. And again, as mentioned earlier, under the covers, it's passing live QSL to the index. We can see the total row count is being filtered down by the selections I've made. So at this point, I'm looking at a potential 40,000 row slice from my index. Now I can just insert my script and use the loaded data just as I normally would from any other data source. I'd like to conclude with some possible roadmap items, with the understanding, of course, this is purely informational, and there's always a possibility for these items to change, and therefore should not be used for purchasing decisions. So within the Qlik Associative Big Data Index, future releases call for aggregated charts from in live mode. Currently, as you have seen, the KPI object and the sum aggregation is the only item that's supported with the February 2019 release. So additional functions for additional aggregations, support of set analysis, additional charts, search, and as well as the cognitive engine. There will be integration into Qlik Cloud Services, data security. There will be a management user interface for the Qlik Associative Big Data Index, as well as additional support for other third-party clients to access the Qlik Associative Big Data Index. Currently, as we mentioned, the source files were Parquet files, but there will be additional support for databases, and then eventual integration with Qlik Data Catalyst. So that's all I have for this video. I'd like to thank you for watching. Don't forget, for more information on the Qlik Associative Big Data Index, please check out qlik.com, search the products area, and choose Qlik Big Data Index. Thanks for your time, guys. I'll see you on the next video.